everybody, welcome back. So we reviewed the smaller Stanley Cook set. Today we're reviewing the Base Camp Cook set for 4 people. If there's one thing I like to let people know, it's that everybody's bug out plans or emergency plans may be different. Maybe you're just one person and you just need that one little individual Stanley Cook set, and that's perfect for you. But maybe you're bugging out with family, maybe you're bugging out with a group, and you're going to need to cook for all those people. And this offers an awesome solution to that. This is definitely something that I've been looking forward to reviewing for a while because it's kind of cool. It's really big yet so compact. Very handy. And pretty much, it's everything you need to prep, cook, serve, and clean up. It all nests together for a compact carry. A 3.7 quart pot with a lid, a frying pan, and lid made out of 18/8 stainless steel. You got cutting boards, utensils, plates, bowls, much more. It's all BPA free and it's dishwasher safe. So you can really take your camp or your bug out kit to the next level. So let's take a look inside and see what's in there. Alright, so first off you've got this bungee that holds everything together. Very simple to put on and remove. You're just going to make sure you got either one of these pieces on either side of that handle there. This is your lid. And you see you have a stacking diagram right on the lid. Can you see that on the camera? It's actually engraved into the top, and it shows you how everything should be stacked. And of course I stacked it wrong. So, anyway, these are your utensils here. You've got a ladle. I'm going to put the stuff together as I do it. There we go. You have a spatula, which we will be using today. There. You have plates and bowls. So let's take a look at the plates first here. These are very thick, heavily constructed, nicely made plates. See what they look like. And yeah, they are a little small, but remember, we're trying to keep this all in one kit. You can always carry a bigger paper plate with you or use 2 of them if it's just 2 of you. You have your bowls here for any kind of soup or anything that might require a bowl. Next up, you have your fry pan. Now this thing, you guys have probably seen me review just the fry pan kit. This is the same thing. This thing is built like a tank. It is very thick, very heavy. You're going to move that piece forward there to hold it in place. I mean, that is just really heavy duty. That's like stuff you'd use in your home kitchen. So, definitely very cool. Okay. Next up, you have a little trivet here and a cutting board. And that's just to keep the heat off things if you want to do that. You have your sporks. I know somebody in the last video said they hate sporks. I'm like, well, they're easy to use. That's why people use them. So you can put this any way you want. Maybe you can put it in here if you're baking something, whatever. You can use it to put this here so you don't burn your table. You do have a rubber kind of mat to keep things from heating up and burning. And you have your cutting board. So all in all, one heck of a big kit. A whole lot of stuff in it. And not bad for the price either. One of the things I like about this is it's tough and durable. Stanley stuff is just always made well, lasts a lifetime, and it's very easy to take care of. It's scratch-proof, rust-proof, easy to clean, doesn't rust, and if water's in short supply, you can do a basic clean with just a little bit of water and a paper towel, and steel wool can be used for deeper cleaning on it. So, what I'm going to do is set up a stove here, because I like to test these things out when I get them. I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing is going to perform awesome, but I like to test it out anyway. We're going to make a little bit of a breakfast here using a 2-burner propane stove. You know, again, you might want to use this on a single burner stove. That's all fine and great. But I'm going to try and cook 2 things at once. We're going to make some bannock bread, some bacon. We're going to have some fun with this. So let me set it all up and I'll bring you right back. Alright, so we got my stove set up here, and that used to be an old Coleman stove for those of you just watching. I restored it a while back. I got it for like $5 at the dollar store. And it was all beat up, and I repainted it, cleaned it all up, cleaned up the burners. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this, you can say, to some extent, you can season stainless steel. I'm going to heat it up a little bit, put a little oil in there. We're just going to use some olive oil, just to kind of season it a little bit, make it a little less sticky. Very handy. Okay. I'm not doing it over ridiculously high heat either, but I just want it to get a little seasoned. First time you're using it, it's not a bad idea to do. So I'm just take a little olive oil, just kind of do the bottoms on these, heat it up a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. You really should cover the whole pan with the oil, and you want it to be a little brown on the bottom. Not too brown, you don't want to burn anything, but it will make cooking on it a little easier. So give me a few minutes to get that done, and we'll start cooking. All right, so I got them good. I wanted to see it kind of starting to get, a little ripples in it, a little bit like that. Not too much. I don't want to go too crazy with it, but the first time you're using it, it's not a bad idea to do that. We're going to be making bannock bread in this, actually. Some people might use a divider on the bottom. I just want to really kind of put the bread down there and make it. Bacon's going to start off in here, then we're going to do eggs. So we're going to start off with some bacon I've got set up and cut in half. I believe these are off right now, which is fine. So let me just put some bacon in here. It's still going to be a little hot from seasoning it. And we'll turn it back on. I want to keep these on a low heat so I don't splatter grease everywhere. I will tell you one thing, putting that little bit of olive oil down there, stuff sure does move a whole lot easier. Alright, so we're going to cook that up. I'm not going to turn it on yet. I'm just going to let it kind of get that residual heat going, and then we'll turn it back on. Now over here is going to be the bannock bread, and this is kind of the mix I put together. If you guys don't know what bannock bread is, just look it up online. It's very simple to make. Basically flour, baking powder, a little salt, a little pepper, and add anything else you want in here. I have some garlic and onions in this mix. You don't need any yeast for it. It's a very handy bread to make. So what I'm going to do is make a big mess out of my fingers. Drop this in here. Just kind of stretch it out to the size of the pan because I want it a little thin. And this will be the bread that I have with my breakfast this morning. And this stuff's really good. Those of you that may not know it by the name bannock bread, you can think of Indian fry bread. That's another name for it. Anyway, we got that going. We got the bacon going. I can go inside and wash off my hands, and we'll continue the video. All right, so we got the burners going now. Now, one of the things I love about, especially this pan, is the thickness of it. It's very, very thick, so what you do is you don't get that direct heat from the burner in the center. A lot of times these kind of pans will give you that burn right here, and everything else stays cold on the bottom. These really do evenly distribute the heat, and that's very, very handy for the type of stuff we're doing here, and also for larger cooking things. When you're cooking like a quick little meal, you really don't care if it's burned in the center, because it's camp meal or you're boiling water and you want that direct, stuff right on there to heat up the water. It doesn't really matter. But when it comes to an actual cook set where you want to cook stuff, you really want that nice even heat. And we're going to try it out with the bannock because I want to see how evenly that heats up in there. I got it really, really low. I want to see how evenly that heats up, if we get burned in the center where the flame is, or if it just kind of heats up the whole bottom of the pan. So that's going to take the longest because I don't want to really cook it quick because I don't want to burn it. So we're going to keep cooking our bacon, and when that's done, we'll put in the eggs and boil up some water, make ourselves some coffee in the Stanley pour-through coffee maker, and go from there. I just want to show you these forks really quick. They're really, really well-made stuff. I mean, they're flexible, but they're not breakable. That's one of the things I like about it. We're going to be trying out this, too, see if it melts. I've had some cheaper cook kits where when you actually go to use the spatulas, they start to melt and fall apart. This seems like it's made pretty well, pretty thick. Doesn't seem like that melty kind of plastic. And, of course, we got our spoon there. If you're making soups or anything you need to ladle out, very, very handy. So, we're going to give this a few more minutes. I don't want to bore you with too much cooking, and bring you back once the bacon's ready to go and the bread is starting to cook. I just wanted to take a second to show you I flipped the bread, and I am using the lid kind of to keep it to bake the middle a little better, keep some warmth in there. I flipped it, and I want you to see the bottom here. That is nice, even heat. Okay, you got a little burn spot there, but other than that, that is all perfectly even heat. So we're going to keep that on there. Keep going here. Get ready to get the bacon out of there and start up the eggs in a few minutes. I just wanted to show you the bread. That came out amazing. I'm going to try a little piece here. Nice, fully cooked through. Good stuff. Alright, so next up we're going to do the eggs. I'm going to put the coffee on here. I have another little Stanley one-person cook kit. We're going to put the coffee water on here. I'm going to move this off out of the way. Down here. And we're going to put this on, and we're going to do this and the eggs, and finish up breakfast. Alright, I got the water going over here. We've got the eggs. Yeah, that pan was a little hot. I have it turned down now. I got a little cheese to put in there, and a little butter on the bread. Where I was buttering the bread and realized, oh, I got to put my my eggs in there. So, all in all, this is shaping up to be an awesome breakfast. I'm going to move everything out of the way here so we can actually see what we're doing. There we go. So, we're going to let that finish up. And by the way, I've been using the spatula. No melting, no damage to it whatsoever. Really coming out nice. Working very, very well. So, let's scoop up the eggs here. See how we're doing. And I will say, I've used other stainless steel pans before, and the eggs do stick all the time. And these are sticking a tiny little bit, but since I seasoned it with that oil, they seem to be doing really, really well. So, let me finish up here, and we'll make ourselves the last bit of our breakfast this morning. Alright, so we're all finished up here. Take a look. That's the bread. I know it kind of looks like pancakes, but bannock bread is, fry bread that you fry in a pan. I wanted to show you this pan here quickly. We have some stuff left in it. Some food, but absolutely no burn. So that's going to be really easy to clean up. Let's pour our water in here. There we go. Just pour in some coffee there. And let that fill up my kuksa. That little cup there. And I got myself a good breakfast going on here. So, as I eat this breakfast, I'm going to be washing up the kid. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done. And so far, I'm very, very impressed with it. It's very easy to cook with. It's almost like cooking with your home pans, Wherever you are, you've got the ability to cook that well and that easily. And even though those plates look small, that was a lot of eggs and bacon. And yeah, I did use a thing for the bread, but, that bread is good. Let me clean up my mess, and we'll wash up the pots and pans, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Alright, so we're all finished up. I did clean it up with a little bit of soap because I am putting this away for a while. But it did clean up very, very well. As you can tell, the pan came out all nice and clean. Pot where I cooked the bread, all nice and clean. A few little oil scorch marks there, but no big deal. The only reason I use soap on it is because I'm putting it away, and I don't know how long I'm going to be putting it away for. I did use the bowl I used. That's all clean. And the plate I used, as well as the spatula. Now, the sporks are already in here, but they came clean as well. If this stuff will come clean, the sporks will come clean. So, what we're going to do is put it together using this diagram on here. I hope you can see that in the video. It's hard to see. There you go. So, the first thing that goes in is the trivet with the cutting board and the sporks inside. You're going to plop that right in there. Okay. Next up, we're putting in the dishes. Okay. There we go. Next up, it's the pots. And all this here. All that there. And then lastly, you're going to fold up this here, which we're going to do right now. Take that out of my hand. Fold it up like that. Put it over the top. I want to put it in there straight. There we go. The bowl going in there straight. Okay, and there you go. It's in there all nice and secure, just like the manual says. There it is, upside down, and then the lid, and you're all set. Now, if you want to close this up, like I showed you, you're going to use these. You're going to punch it on each side, like that. Put this little plastic green thing here, this little plastic green thing on that side, and run it around like that. And there you go, all sealed up. So that is the Stanley Adventure Base Camp Cook Set. Awesome little cook set. I got to tell you, if you're cooking for more than 2 people, something like this you'll definitely appreciate. And you saw it. It worked very, very well here. After seasoning the pans a little bit, because I do that with stainless steel, there was absolutely no sticking with the bacon. You know how sometimes when you cook bacon in a stainless steel pan, it just sticks there and you got to pull it up. And so definitely worked well. Definitely really cool. Weighs about 5.6 pounds. It's 11.6 inches by 10.9 by 6.1 tall. Definitely not too huge. I would think this would be good for car camping, car bug out, overlanding, maybe a bug out location. Definitely something worthwhile. And the best part is it's only 80 bucks. When these first came out, they were $140. So you're getting a pretty good deal there. I will leave a link down below to Stanley's actual website where you can pick this up. And don't forget to check out all our other links, our Amazon affiliate store down below there, where I try to put everything that I review in. So if you need more specs on something or you want a closer look at something, you can go there. Our freeze-dried wholesalers link. You click that link, you save 15% just by clicking the link. Our My Patriot Supply link, which is preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. and our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store down below. That's iridium242.thrivelife.com. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.